Joining here with Coach Saulsberry, postgame media presser. And Coach, first of all, just ask you on the big win. How important was it to get this one going into break?
It was really big. We won't see these guys for a couple of weeks, so it's good to have a good taste going into your good taste in your mouth going into the break.
Yeah, Coach, you guys end the first half with, I believe it was 17 turnovers. You guys only have 5 in the second half. Was there anything that was said in between the break that kind of cleaned that up for you guys?
Stop turning it over. I think the biggest thing was, we since our last game, we really didn't practice because, we gave them that Sunday off, and then we thought we'd practice on Monday. It snowed, and then it snowed again. So we really have not played competitive basketball against each other except for yesterday. And you can imagine how that practice was after 3 days off.
Yeah.
So it was just I figured that a little bit of adrenaline here tonight, we would be able to get going. I didn't see it in the first half. I really thought we just made some stupid mistakes.
Talk a little bit about the ability for this team to find each other, too, because the defense was really collapsing hard on one or two guys, multiple different guys, and not just any time, but you guys were able to find the extra pass. Is that something that you've been encouraging the team to do?
They do. We don't have a selfish team. We put the ball in Xavier's hands a lot, have him back guys in, and then he's got to make a decision, whether if he's going to, kick it out for the three or take a shot for himself. And he did a great job tonight, kicking out, and those guys did a great job of setting their feet and knocking down shots.
Yeah, Xavier puts up 13 points there in that second half. Really felt like he kind of took over that game, really kind of towards the midway to like the three-quarter point of that second half. Just what did you like out of him tonight? Not just tonight, in fact, but throughout this entire first half of the season.
Well, me and Zay talked about, coming into this season and then, going is him being our closer. And that's what he's been able to do probably the last 2-3 games is we put the ball in his hands and we've rode with him. And
Wrap it up with just one more question from me, Coach, and he might have one more too, but talk a little bit about just going into the break, the momentum this game gives you guys. How big is that to not have to sit and think on a loss for 3 weeks?
It's huge. It's huge because, it's hard to get losses out of your head. And for us, going into the break, knowing that we have to see this team again, the first team we come back from the break at their place, it was huge. And then we told our guys, since I've been the head coach, we've never beat that team. So it was really, really, I think some of our guys really, really understood we needed to get that. We need to get that big gorilla off our back.
Yeah. Obviously, you guys have bigger aspirations than going 8-5 in your first half of the season. So what's kind of be the message to the team over this break and then heading into the second half of the season?
I think the biggest thing is just, getting some home games. It's nice to be at home. It's nice to have your crowd, have someone cheering for you for a change. So getting some home games, getting our legs under us. And I think we're primed to make a big time run.
Awesome.
Game presser here with Xavier McCord from the LCCC Golden Eagles. Big win for the Golden Eagles. And Zay, first of all, does this get the taste of last year's semifinals out of your mouth just a little bit?
Yeah, no, I was coming into this game, I knew it. I had to get him back. And, last year we had a great team. We had a great run, but definitely it was good to get these guys back, especially, getting a home game. We haven't had many home games, so it was great to get this win.
Yeah, you put up 13 points in the second half. They really, like I said, felt like you took over the game. Is it just what was working so well for you out there?
I think Coach did a great job drawing up plays, talking to us at halftime, telling us what we had to do, and just the guys finding me tonight, and them trusting me, I'm trusting them every single play, every time down. So really, it was just the trust of the coach and my teammates did it for me.
Raymond really got going down low in the back half of that one. I heard you guys in the locker room celebrating with them. How cool is that? With the bigs have been quiet so far this year. How cool is that to see one of them start really shining?
It was great, man. It was great to see all the guys shine, do great things, but especially for Raymond, somebody, going into the year is a little slow for him, so it was great to see him, go out there and be a dog tonight.
Yeah, you and Tristan off pretty big nights tonight as well, but you get another big night from Jordan Reed. And when you have a younger player like that being able to contribute, just what kind of element does that add to this team?
It's great. Jordan's a great freshman. He does great things for his team, being a point guard for us, getting us all involved. So, it's great having guys like that step up, especially with nights like this with a good team like Otero coming in. We're going to have a lot of guys step up. It'd be perfect for us, especially going down through the season. We're going to have a lot of guys stepping up. We're going to have to get where we want to be.
Last question for me, and that's talk a little bit about going into next year in the break. You got Otero again, and then the team, the number one team in the country right now, Salt Lake Community College. How excited are you? How's the 3 weeks going to go, I guess? Is it something you're excited for the end of the break, or are you going to enjoy it?
Oh, I think I'm definitely going to enjoy it. I'm very glad to go down there, get a rematch with those guys, especially last year where we had a tight game going into halftime with them where I think we definitely could have won. Even though the number one team this year, they're number one team. Last year when we played them, not really worried about it, but at the same time, we're going to go down there and try and play as hard as we can. Let it speak for itself.
Kind of a two-parter here for me to close this out. Just to start off, you guys finished the first half of this season 8-5. Overall, how did you feel for the first part of this, that the team performed in the first half of the season? And then for the second part, do you feel like you guys have a good idea of where this team is at, or do you feel like there's still more to learn?
Oh, I think definitely there's still a lot of growth because everything going on with this year with having to practice at Storey, a lot of changes, practices and games getting canceled. Everyone's still trying to find the rhythm and where their place is on this team. So I think we have a lot of growth still, but I think 8-5 is still great for us, especially with everything we've gone through this first semester. So a lot of room to grow, of course, but I think we'll be great.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Dave.
Yep, thank you.